Have you ever paused to consider whether the key to a truly fulfilling life might not lie in striving for more but in embracing less? What if simplifying your life, speaking less, doing less, and letting go, could bring you a deeper sense of peace, joy, and wisdom than chasing after endless achievements or keeping up with the relentless demands of the modern world? In today's exploration, we'll uncover the transformative power of what I like to call the art of subtraction. This approach, rooted in doing less, speaking with intention, and letting go of unnecessary burdens, has the potential to bring profound clarity to the chaos of daily life and refresh your soul in ways you may never have imagined. Stay with us, because we'll delve into the timeless wisdom of remarkable thinkers like Benjamin Carter, Ethan Miller, and Roman Roland, individuals who understood and shared life-changing insights on simplicity, silence, and self-awareness. These profound ideas, adapted for our modern world, offer you practical ways to nourish your spirit by embracing solitude and focusing on what truly matters, especially as we enter our golden years. Through this journey, you'll also hear inspiring stories of real people who found peace and happiness by simplifying their lives. From the solitary artist who created beauty amidst the noise of a bustling city to the retired engineer who finally let go of his endless worries and rediscovered joy, these are stories that resonate deeply because they reflect struggles we've all faced. If you've ever found yourself overwhelmed by the pace of life, bogged down by regrets, or unsure of how to find meaning in your day-to-day, this video is here to guide you. It's not about giving up, it's about letting go, recentering, and rediscovering clarity. By the time we reach the end, you'll have a clear set of practical steps you can take to reclaim your energy, nurture your inner world, and live a life that radiates wisdom and peace. These aren't just theoretical lessons. They're real, actionable insights that can help you reshape your perspective and embrace the quiet, powerful simplicity of life. If you're ready to embark on this journey of transformation, let's begin. Before we dive in, I want to encourage you to subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Your support means so much to me, and if you find value in this content, liking and sharing it can help spread these life-changing ideas to more people. Finally, I'd love to hear from you. If you resonate with this topic, comment 1. If you think there's room for improvement, comment 0. Your feedback is invaluable, and I'm always striving to create content that speaks to your needs. Let's start this journey toward a simpler, more meaningful life together. As Robert Lane eloquently reflected, true intellect and wisdom are revealed in the ability to simplify, let go of the unnecessary, and hold on to what truly matters. These words strike a powerful chord, especially for those who find themselves at a stage in life where the relentless pursuit of success gives way to a longing for clarity, authenticity, and deeper purpose. There is something profoundly liberating about the realization that life's true treasures are often hidden beneath layers of unnecessary complexity. It is not about abandoning ambition but about reimagining it, about finding the courage to let go of what no longer serves us and embracing what genuinely fulfills us. Take David Harper, for instance. In his early 50s, after years of relentless corporate success, he began to sense the limits of his achievements. What once seemed so vital, promotions, accolades, and an overflowing calendar, started to feel hollow. In an act of remarkable courage, David decided to step away from his high-powered career, redirecting his time and energy to his local community. To some, his decision might appear to be a retreat, but in truth, it was a bold reclamation of his life. He discovered that the rewards of his professional life, while dazzling, were as transient as mist in the morning sun. What endures, he realized, are the moments of connection, the acts of kindness, and the peace that comes from aligning one's actions with one's values. David's story is more than a change of priorities. It is a transformation of his very essence. It serves as a poignant reminder that at certain crossroads, we are called to strip away the noise, the clutter, and the superficial trappings of life to uncover its true essence. This is the wisdom of subtraction, a deliberate and often emotional shedding of excess to create space for meaning, purpose, and joy. It's a reminder that the greatest wealth lies not in what we accumulate but in the freedom and contentment we experience when we let go. Sophia West's philosophy aligns beautifully with this sentiment. Speak less to conserve energy, act less to nurture the spirit. Her words encapsulate a quiet truth that feels especially relevant in today's frenetic world. Research even validates this timeless wisdom, showing that reducing social obligations can increase personal happiness significantly. Sophia's belief wasn't rooted in isolation but in mindfulness, a conscious choice to reduce the noise and chaos that drain the spirit. Her life was a testament to the profound solace that simplicity can bring. By stepping away from the unnecessary, we create room for our souls to breathe and rediscover their natural rhythm. Imagine the serenity of an individual who has spent decades entangled in the demands of life, finally stepping into the quiet sanctuary of stillness. Sophia's message invites us to pause, reflect, and embrace a slower, more intentional way of living. In this stillness, life feels less like a race and more like a melody, one we can finally hear and savor. Each deliberate action, each thoughtful word, becomes a source of nourishment, not depletion. In this space, we find harmony with ourselves and with the world. Roman Roland offers yet another layer to this wisdom, reminding us that the words unspoken are often the wisest. Once spoken, they can bring regret. His insight isn't about stifling our voices but about cherishing their power. In a world overflowing with chatter, where silence is often drowned out by the ceaseless hum of notifications and opinions, Roman's words are like a beacon, urging us to reclaim the sacredness of quiet. It's in those moments of stillness that we cultivate strength, discernment, and the ability to speak only when it matters most. Picture an ancient oak tree, its roots running deep into the earth, anchoring it with an unshakable strength. The tree doesn't need to announce itself to the world. Its grandeur lies in its quiet presence, its resilience, and its unwavering dignity. Like the oak, we too can find power in standing firm, rooted in what truly matters, while allowing our lives to flourish in quiet, unassuming grace. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. In a world that often equates worth with busyness and success with noise, these lessons are both timely and timeless. They remind us that life's richest moments are often found not in doing more, but in being more present, more mindful, and more attuned to the beauty of simplicity. This is the art of living fully. Not by adding layers, but by peeling them away until all that remains is the essence of who we truly are. In our own lives, the strength of silence blooms when we dare to pause, reflect, and embrace the gentle beauty of quiet moments. Speaking less is not a withdrawal from life. Instead, it's a deliberate act of conserving energy, sharpening intention, and crafting a space where simplicity and meaning can thrive. It's an act of courage to step away from the noise and allow ourselves to feel the profound depth of stillness. Picture this, a crisp winter afternoon, where sunlight dances delicately through soft clouds, casting an ethereal glow on a well-worn oak table. Seated there is an elderly man, his silver hair shimmering like frost, his face etched with lines that tell a lifetime of stories. In his hands, an old book rests, its pages faintly curled, whispering tales of wisdom. His eyes, calm and resolute, betray a peace not born of an easy life, but of one deeply lived, where challenges were met, pain was weathered, and triumphs were savored. In that quiet, the world seems to slow, allowing him the rare gift of simply being. This is not a retreat, it is a victory, a testament to the strength it takes to embrace life's storms and find serenity within. Moments like these are not just poetic ideals. They are essential. Research in psychology reveals how prolonged social interactions and ceaseless chatter flood our systems with stress hormones, leaving our minds frazzled and our bodies worn down. Yet, the antidote is deceptively simple: solitude and silence. These moments work miracles, soothing frayed nerves, lowering stress, and recharging our mental and physical reserves. That's why, after chaotic days filled with deadlines and noise, many of the world's most successful people seek refuge in quiet corners to reflect, meditate, or lose themselves in a book. These rituals are not indulgences. They are acts of self-preservation. Emily Brooks, a young professional with boundless enthusiasm, learned this lesson the hard way. Early in her career, her passion bubbled over into endless explanations, constant validation seeking, and exhaustive over-preparation. Her energy was palpable, but it sometimes overwhelmed her colleagues. During one crucial presentation, her nerves betrayed her. Words spilled out in a flood, tangling her message and eroding the confidence of her audience. The moment could have broken her spirit, but instead, it became her catalyst for change. Emily realized that her words carried more weight when spoken with intention. Over time, she cultivated the discipline of listening more and speaking less. She discovered the quiet power of pausing before reacting and drawing strength from solitude. Her colleagues noticed the transformation, admiring her calm confidence and sharp insights. Emily's story is a poignant reminder. Restraint in speech is not about fading into the background. It's about stepping into the light with clarity and purpose. Beyond the practical benefits, silence is a gift to your inner self. It offers a sacred space to hear your thoughts, reconnect with your values, and uncover what truly drives you. In the chaos of modern living, endless notifications, relentless comparisons, and the chase for external validation, this inner clarity becomes a lifeline. It shields you from the hollow clamor of the world and grounds you in the profound joy of simply knowing who you are. To speak less is not to live less. It's to live more meaningfully. It's an invitation to shed the superficial and embrace the profound, to let your words, and your life, be guided by the wisdom that only silence can bring. So, take a deep breath, let the noise fall away, and step into the sanctuary of stillness. There, you'll find strength, wisdom, and a version of yourself that the world desperately needs to hear, when the time is right. True maturity is not measured by how well we conform to others' expectations, but by how deeply we align with the best version of ourselves. It is in the quiet, intentional choices, like speaking less, doing less, and simply being, that we find profound strength. Imagine this. Words become like droplets of water, each carrying the weight of thought and meaning, creating ripples rather than waves. Speaking less isn't about silence, but about conserving energy to shine in authentic ways, much like the lotus that blooms quietly yet captivates with its undeniable beauty. The philosophy of doing less to nourish the spirit is a gentle but powerful reminder that life's greatest transformations often lie in the small, deliberate choices we make. Letting go, whether of a toxic relationship, a long-held fear, or even the constant need to prove ourselves, frees us to explore the uncharted depths of our soul. Former President Bill Clinton's poignant words, "The key to shaping your life is not in clinging to what's familiar, but in having the courage to let go when the time comes," resonate deeply here. It takes bravery to release the familiar, but in doing so, we make room for the extraordinary. Life is, by its very design, a delicate interplay of gain and loss. Every release, be it a possession, a grudge, or a long-held identity, allows us to grow lighter and more expansive. Picture a painter working on a canvas, each stroke deliberate, each choice, whether to add or leave blank, a testament to the masterpiece taking shape. So too are our lives crafted, not by how much we accumulate, but by the wisdom of what we choose to release. As we tread this winding journey of life, may we cultivate the courage to let go, the discernment to speak with intention, and the grace to sit quietly with our thoughts. In these moments, our true selves emerge, not shaped by the noise of expectations, but as a reflection of inner clarity and peace. It is in these quiet spaces that we find the essence of who we are and, more importantly, who we can become. Reflecting on the journey of life becomes more poignant as we age. With the benefit of hindsight, we begin to see that many of the things we once clung to, achievements, possessions, or fleeting recognitions, were more weight than worth. Like a boat burdened with unnecessary cargo, we struggled to stay afloat in turbulent waters. Yet as time teaches us, unburdening ourselves can lead to the calmest seas. Consider Eleanor Mason, a wise woman in her 70s who has mastered the art of simplicity. She sits in her garden at sunset, cradling a warm cup of chamomile tea, her face illuminated by the soft glow of twilight. Her life isn't one of ostentatious success but of quiet joys, tending to her flowers, savoring conversations with loved ones, and embracing the small rituals that give her days meaning. Eleanor understands that peace doesn't come from doing more but from aligning with what truly matters. Her soul radiates tranquility like a lighthouse guiding weary sailors to shore. Similarly, John Bennett, a retired teacher, found his happiness not in the accolades of a busy career but in the deliberate simplicity of rural life. Trading the city's noise for the countryside serenity, he now spends his days tending to his garden and raising chickens. What once seemed like a retreat from the world has become a return to himself. His joy lies not in what he owns but in the freedom to live authentically and deliberately. These stories remind us that the most profound beauty in life lies in its simplicity. To nourish the spirit is not to achieve more but to strip away the excess and find joy in what remains. It's in the deliberate act of letting go of things, habits, and even identities that we uncover the space to truly live. Like the lotus in bloom, our beauty and worth shine brightest when we embrace the quiet strength within us. John's life, though modest by society's standards, holds an unmatched richness that transcends material wealth. His contentment radiates, and he often shares a mantra with visitors that echoes the wisdom of the ages. The most important thing in life is knowing what you truly want and having the courage to let go of everything else. These words, simple yet profound, carry the weight of a life lived with intention, a life free from the endless clamor for more. But let's not romanticize this path. It's not an easy one for most people. The grip of desires, comparisons, and the constant chase for more can feel overwhelming, especially in today's world. Many, even as they age and gain wisdom, remain shackled to a cycle of yearning, longing for what others have, overlooking the gifts already in their hands. It's as if life becomes a race toward an invisible finish line, with no pause to savor the present. How often do we forget to simply breathe and marvel at the blessings that quietly surround us? This struggle with greed and dissatisfaction is not new. It's as old as time itself. Aesop's fable of the hen that laid golden eggs reminds us how destructive unchecked desires can be. The farmer, consumed by greed, killed the very source of his prosperity, hoping for more, only to end up with nothing. How tragically human this story feels. We often trade the beauty of the moment for the illusion of something better, only to find that what we sought was never worth the cost. Even Aristotle, one of history's greatest thinkers, observed how insatiable desires become the chains that bind us, dragging our souls down and leaving us restless in their wake. In our fast-paced, material-driven world, staying grounded feels like swimming upstream. Everywhere we look, we are bombarded with messages urging us to want more, buy more, and achieve more. But perhaps the true challenge, the ultimate act of courage, is to resist this tide and instead find joy in simplicity. There's a delicate art in learning to say, "This is enough." It's not about settling. It's about embracing what we have with open arms and a grateful heart. A Taoist proverb captures this beautifully. A greedy person sees a bowl of rice as insufficient. A content person finds porridge delicious. These words are a balm to the soul, reminding us that happiness isn't tied to the size of our bank accounts or the number of possessions we own but to the depth of our appreciation for life's simplest pleasures. As we grow older, this perspective becomes even more vital. With age comes the clarity to see what truly matters. The frivolous pursuits of youth fade, replaced by a longing for peace, connection, and purpose. Letting go of trivial desires isn't a loss. It's a gift we give ourselves, a way to make room for what truly nourishes the spirit. Whether it's watching the golden hues of a sunset, savoring the warmth of tea in quiet solitude, or sharing heartfelt laughter with a loved one, these are the moments that form the tapestry of a meaningful life. True happiness, as John's life so poignantly illustrates, isn't found in having everything. It's found in appreciating enough. And as we step into the later chapters of our journey, there's a profound beauty in embracing this truth. Each day becomes a treasure, not because of grand accomplishments, but because of the ordinary, fleeting moments that carry extraordinary meaning. Let this stage of life be one of gentle reflection and deep gratitude. Release what no longer serves you, and in that space, let simplicity and joy take root. Happiness isn't something we chase. It's something we cultivate, moment by moment, with a calm and open heart. And in doing so, we may discover that the journey itself, with all its quiet twists and turns, is life's greatest gift. The concept of doing little to nourish the spirit is like the serene, crystal-clear waters of a mountain stream, flowing gently yet profoundly, sustaining all that surrounds it. This simplicity, this quiet intentionality, serves as a profound reminder. Amidst the relentless chaos of our lives, clarity and peace are not found in doing more but in being more present, more accepting, and more attuned to the whispers of our own hearts. Life, in many ways, resembles a thick, weathered book. Each page carries its unique markings, laughter scrawled in bright ink, tears smudging the edges, triumphs embossed in bold letters, and failures penciled in faint but unforgettable lines. Those who embrace optimism see every chapter as an unfolding miracle, their hearts buoyed by an unshakable faith in what lies ahead. They approach life with a deep-seated hope, viewing every twist and turn as a stepping stone to something greater. In contrast, those gripped by pessimism linger on the dark passages, clinging to past regrets that weigh heavy on their spirits. Their self-blame becomes a relentless chain, holding them captive and robbing them of the joy that exists in the present moment. It's heartbreaking to witness this self-inflicted imprisonment, knowing that freedom lies just beyond their grasp if only they could release the grip of sorrow. Leonard Ross, an American poet, once wrote, "The world beneath the clouds is fragile." These simple yet profound words echo in my heart, serving as a gentle nudge to reflect on the transient nature of life. How often do we forget that fragility is not a weakness but a call to tread lightly, to cherish what we have, and to shed the unnecessary burdens we carry. It's an invitation to return to a state of grace and simplicity, a place where our souls can breathe freely, unencumbered by the clutter of past grievances or future anxieties. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment below to let me know that you are still here with me. Consider the story of Walter Grant, a retired engineer whose life was defined by precision and problem-solving. Walter's mind was a marvel, always buzzing with ideas to refine and perfect, even as he entered the twilight of his career. Yet, that same mind became his prison. Haunted by unresolved projects and lingering doubts about past decisions, Walter's thoughts would spiral into an endless loop of what-ifs. One evening, as he stood before the mirror, brushing his silver-streaked hair, a sudden wave of clarity washed over him. For the first time, he saw not the meticulous engineer but the weary man, one who had spent far too many hours lost in thought, trading the priceless currency of time for the illusion of control. At that moment, Walter realized he had missed countless sunsets with his wife, bedtime stories with his children, and heart-to-heart conversations with friends, all because his mind was elsewhere. Why do we allow this to happen? Why do we let the noise of unnecessary worries drown out the melody of life? Walter's story strikes a chord in my heart, as I'm sure it does in many others. It reminds us of a universal truth that's both liberating and sobering. Life is fleeting, and our energy is finite. Each day is a gift, yet how often do we squander it on trivial concerns? Instead of allowing our minds to be consumed by the inconsequential, we must learn to cultivate intentionality. To truly live, we must learn to let go, not of thinking itself but of overthinking. Letting go means unclenching our fists and allowing the unimportant to drift away like autumn leaves on a gentle breeze. But letting go isn't easy. It takes courage to release the familiar weight of old grievances and distractions. Yet in doing so, we create space for life's most precious gifts: the warmth of a shared laugh, the quiet solace of gratitude, and the deep satisfaction of knowing we've spent our time wisely. Walter's journey is a poignant reminder that clarity often lies on the other side of release. Only when we free ourselves from the clutter of our minds can we begin to savor the beauty that surrounds us. This lesson extends to our relationships as well. It's vital to approach them with both clarity and a sense of self-preservation. In today's frenetic world, it's all too easy to find ourselves drained by others, be it their demands, their negativity, or their lack of reciprocity. Take, for instance, the story of Mark, a kind-hearted man who made it his mission to help those in need. Time and again, he lent money to friends who promised repayment but rarely followed through. While Mark's generosity was admirable, it came at a steep emotional cost. The unpaid debts left him feeling used and unappreciated, turning his acts of kindness into a source of frustration and bitterness. Mark's experience underscores a crucial truth. Kindness without boundaries can lead to unnecessary burdens. True generosity is not about self-sacrifice but about giving from a place of abundance, where our kindness enriches others without depleting ourselves. We owe it to our own well-being to set limits, protect our peace, and ensure that our relationships nourish us rather than drain us. In the end, life's greatest lessons are often the simplest. To live fully, we must learn to let go of what no longer serves us, whether it's a troubling thought, a toxic relationship, or an unfulfilled expectation. Only then can we embrace the joy, the beauty, and the love that make life worth living. Walter, Mark, and Leonard Ross remind us of this truth. The path to peace begins with a single courageous step toward simplicity. Life has a way of teaching us lessons through the whispers of hardship, and one of the most profound lessons is the importance of setting boundaries. These invisible lines are not walls to keep people out, but pathways to preserve our emotional balance. In a world where kindness is often mistaken for an endless well, learning to say no can feel like an act of rebellion. Yet, it's anything but selfish. It is an act of self-love, a declaration that your time, energy, and heart matter too. Healthy relationships thrive on mutual respect and understanding, not on the silent sacrifice of one side. To establish limits is not to push others away, but to draw yourself closer to peace and prevent the corrosive effects of resentment and exhaustion. As the years pass, the wisdom of letting go becomes a lifeline for the soul. Carrying the weight of old regrets, heartbreaks, or grudges is like trying to outrun a storm with heavy stones in your pockets. It slows you down, drains your strength, and keeps you from reaching the sunny horizon. Releasing these burdens is not easy, but it is transformative. Imagine those feelings as leaves in the fall, releasing their grip on the branches and drifting softly away with the wind. In their absence, we find clarity. We find space. And in that space, the small, often overlooked joys of life reveal themselves. The warmth of a loved one's laughter, the comfort of a cherished story, or the serene beauty of a quiet morning spent sipping tea as the sunlight dances in the kitchen table. These seemingly simple moments are not small. They are life's truest treasures. By shedding what no longer serves us, we make room for the profound peace that so many of us crave but rarely prioritize. This peace is not passive. It is vibrant and alive, filling our hearts with renewed vitality and our spirits with a quiet glow, like the first light of dawn brushing against the earth. In this state, life feels less like a race and more like a symphony, where each note resonates with intention and meaning. To nourish the soul, we must simplify, not by abandoning the world, but by focusing on what truly matters. In this stage of life, each of us is the author of our story, the main character in a narrative that can be as rich and fulfilling as we choose. Simplifying is not about living less. It's about living more deeply. It's about decluttering our minds and hearts so that the beauty of the present can shine through, unclouded by unnecessary noise. This approach allows us to embrace our independence, not as a retreat from others but as a celebration of the unique strength within each of us. In today's fast-paced, crowded world, the paradox of modern living is clear. People crave connection yet often feel profoundly alone. In the rush to belong, many lose sight of the quiet truth that true belonging starts within. When the neon lights fade and the noise of the city gives way to stillness, we are left with our thoughts. For some, this silence feels heavy. But for those who have learned to find companionship within themselves, it is liberating. Henry David Thoreau's journey to Walden Pond offers a timeless lesson in the art of solitude. With his pen and his thoughts, he uncovered a profound truth. Solitude is not something to fear but something to embrace. It is a journey inward, a way to uncover clarity and purpose amid the chaos of life. Thoreau's words remind us that we are our own greatest companions, and through this inner dialogue, we can find a deeper connection to the world around us. Those who dare to stand independently, to navigate life with their compass, are like explorers charting unknown waters. They embrace solitude not as loneliness but as freedom, a freedom to live authentically, to prioritize their own values over the expectations of others, and to find joy in the beauty of self-discovery. This independence is not isolation. It is empowerment. It is the quiet strength to stand firm as your anchor, crafting a life that feels deeply, undeniably your own. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. In the world around us, we often find shining examples of quiet perseverance and the power of independent thinking, though they may go unnoticed in the cacophony of modern life. Steve Jobs is one such beacon, a man who redefined technology and revolutionized the way we connect, work, and live. Jobs was no fan of glittering social scenes or meaningless small talk. Instead, he chose the path less traveled, pouring his energy into his craft and striving relentlessly for perfection. He retreated into his world of ideas, where the magic of innovation thrived. His ability to silence the distractions of the world and focus on his vision led to creations that not only transformed the tech industry but changed the course of human interaction forever. Jobs showed us that true genius often lies in the quiet moments of deep focus and unwavering belief in one's purpose. But this isn't just a tale for entrepreneurs. The same principle resonates with artists, writers, and creators of all kinds. These individuals often step away from the noise of society, retreating to their studios, their desks, or their minds, seeking inspiration in solitude. It's in these moments of quiet reflection that their most meaningful work is born, works that speak directly to the human soul. These creations are powerful not because they follow trends or cater to fleeting applause, but because they stem from authenticity, from a place of deep introspection and unfiltered emotion. The quiet births brilliance, and from solitude emerges creativity that moves the world. This truth is beautifully captured in the evocative saying, "If it's not your food, don't reach for the chopsticks. If it's not your water jar, don't touch the rain." It's a poetic reminder to remain true to oneself, to focus on what genuinely belongs to us, our passions, our dreams, and our authentic journey. How often do we get caught up in the futile chase for validation from others, forgetting that the only approval that truly matters is our own? This philosophy urges us to reclaim our individuality and find fulfillment in pursuing what makes our hearts sing. To live authentically, to carve out a path that aligns with our inner truths, takes immense courage. It requires us to resist the magnetic pull of conformity, to embrace the beauty of standing alone, and to trust that our solitude is not a weakness but a strength. In those moments of walking alone, we find not only peace but also the deep satisfaction of living a life that reflects who we truly are. There is a quiet power in self-reliance, a strength that leads us to profound and lasting joy. Maintaining inner peace amidst the chaos of life is no easy feat. It is an art form, one that demands self-awareness and an appreciation for solitude. These moments of quiet aren't about escaping life but about diving deeper into it, about reconnecting with the essence of who we are. Solitude becomes a canvas for self-reflection, a sanctuary where we can untangle our thoughts and rediscover our direction. Ultimately, to live as a free soul, unshackled by the expectations and judgments of the world, is the highest act of self-liberation. When we dare to listen to our voice and follow our compass, we illuminate not just our path but also the lives of those around us. Living authentically is not about mere survival. It's about thriving in a way that allows us to radiate our unique light, making life richer, more vibrant, and undeniably worthwhile. This is the quiet, powerful truth of a life lived on one's terms, a life where peace, creativity, and authenticity reign supreme. As we come to the end of this journey of reflection and wisdom, let's take a moment to pause and ask ourselves, what resonated with you the most from today's message? Was it the power of quiet perseverance, the beauty of authenticity, or the importance of finding strength in solitude? Life is a constant learning process, and the insights we gain often come from moments of stillness and introspection. We'd love to hear from you. What is one lesson or idea you'll carry forward into your life? Share your thoughts in the comments below and let us know how you plan to put this wisdom into practice. Your perspective may inspire someone else on their journey. If you enjoyed this video, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more insightful content. Thank you for being here, and we look forward to continuing this journey of growth and discovery together. Glowing Star.